Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. As you guys can see from the title of the video, we are going to be discussing the events that occurred last week, and you guys are going to get my honest opinion. I know for a given fact y'all didn't think that I wasn't going to talk about this. Like, if you are not new to my channel, y'all already know how I feel about these type of topics. We're gonna get straight into it. As I tell y'all all the time, just give me a thumbs up if you're not new to my channel. Y'all know it helps me out a lot. For the people who have been thumbs up in my videos, thank you so much. I highly appreciate y'all. Let's get straight into it. So if you guys have not been living under a rock, then you guys know that Cardi B is supposed to be dropping this album that we've been waiting for throughout our whole entire lives. Like, the last time Cardi B dropped her first real album for real, I was fresh out of high school. Y'all, I'm about to be 28 next month. But Cardi B is supposed to be dropping this sophomore album. She basically decided to do some merch with a WWE boxing set, and throughout her doing that merch, a lot of the 2X's and the 3X's completely sold out. So Cardi B went on live and she made a little joke basically saying, dang, all the bigger sizes are sold out. You guys are fat as hell. My fans are fat. I can't even make fun of fat people anymore.
But anyways, so what I wanted to tell y'all was that let me just open now. Oh, Jesus Christ. What I wanted to tell y'all is that we really underestimated the box sets. So the box sets are completely sold out, especially because you fat clearly you guys are fat as Chick-fil-A for y'all. All the 3X sold out. Y'all, the 3X sold out like in 20 minutes. Now, knowing that my fans is fat, I can't even make fun of fat people no more.
You guys do not know who Samaria is, or if you guys are not too familiar with Samaria, Samaria is an advocate for the plus size community and the body positivity community. She basically advocates for the sharings and basically the inclusion of the plus size community. What Samaria does is she goes to different stores around the city. A lot of the stores that Samaria go to cater specifically to plus size women. She goes and she shows the internet, and she also shows the companies that she goes to that the clothes that they sell to plus size people is not equivalent to the type of clothes that Fashion Nova would sell to the smaller girl. You know, the other stores in the mall that only cater to small people like Romway and, you know, Route 21, they sell completely different clothes. She basically just wants to advocate for the inclusion of plus size clothing. This is the main thing that I am so confused as to why people are so mad that Samaria said something about this. Being that Cardi B is selling plus size clothes, which I'm very happy about, being that Cardi B is selling plus size clothes to the plus size community and the smaller community, I don't understand why people did not think that Samaria would not talk about this. That's literally what her whole content revolves around. My thing is this: if you guys do not like somebody, I don't understand why you guys sit around and wait for them to make their think pieces and then get so angry at those same think pieces that you knew you were going to get angry at from the very beginning because you don't like that person. And me, honestly, I feel like I've seen other content because the funny thing is, before Samaria even talked about what Cardi did when she made fun of her fat fans, I already saw people making think pieces about how that wasn't right. I hadn't seen Samaria's videos yet, and they got a lot of positive feedback. People were in their comments like, yeah, Cardi B needs to understand that she can't do stuff like that. People were saying, yeah, Cardi B needs to be held accountable. But it's like, as soon as Samaria made her videos, it's like everybody just started saying people are so sensitive. That's when I started seeing people do too much. It was a joke. People can't take a joke. Y'all not from New York. That's why y'all don't get it. This and that. And I'm just like, wait, I've seen other content creators make the same exact think pieces that Samaria made and did not get this type of backlash. So my question is, why did Samaria get this type of backlash? I also see people in the comments saying that Samaria does too much and that she's always complaining about everything. But is this a complaint or is this a cry out for help? Because my thing is this: I know somebody is going to feel some type of way about this, but if you guys treated Malcolm X the way you guys are treated Samaria, we would have not been able to get anywhere as a group. And I don't think you guys understand that whether you agree with her trying to push in bigger sizes and make plus size more acceptable and turn plus size into actual human beings and not the punching bag of the whole entire community, if you guys did the same shit to Malcolm X, we would not be able to get to where we need to get to. Because a lot of you guys don't see her as an advocate because you guys don't take plus size people seriously. And this is my thing before anybody get here and get all angry. When I heard the joke, I didn't get mad. You feel me? If you guys watch my videos, y'all know I've been telling y'all. Calling me fat is the least of my worries by now. Like, I've been called fat my whole life, you know? And on top of that, Cardi wasn't talking to me. I didn't buy her shit, you know? And honestly speaking, I love Cardi. Like, I actually really do like Cardi. It's actually crazy because when Cardi and when Nicki Minaj are fighting, bitch, I don't know who to choose. Bitch, I be a tug of war, you know? But for the most part, I always low-key choose Cardi because, you know, sometimes Nicki be bugging. But I like both of them. Like, I don't have like I don't know. I like both of them. I don't know. I be feeling weird because I be like, is it cool for me to like both of them? But I like both of them. Both of them make points. Even though Nicki Minaj be on her little coke rants, she be making some good points, and Cardi be making some good points as well. So this is not coming from a person who does not like Cardi and likes Nicki or doesn't like Cardi at all. This is coming from someone who actually likes Cardi. What Cardi said was wrong. This is coming from someone who, number one, actually really likes Cardi, and number two, was not offended by it. Even though I wasn't offended by it, I would not care about my other bigger counterparts being offended by that, because there are a lot of people who bought her clothes that were plus size that literally shipped the clothes right back because they were so embarrassed. And that's the thing. People always want to make type of comments talking about people take stuff too serious and this and that. And in my honest opinion, in order for you to say stuff like you're too sensitive or you're taking things as a joke, in some way, shape, or form, you knew that what that person said or what you said was harmful. Because if you knew for a given fact that if what you said was not harmful, you wouldn't say you're too sensitive. You will advocate and try to elaborate on what you said to let the person know that what you said wasn't harmful. And my thing is, I don't understand why people don't understand that just because it's not specifically happening to you, don't mean that nothing is wrong with it. I saw a lot of people basically saying that nothing was wrong with the situation, and I was mind boggled because I'm like, if you guys don't see anything wrong with Cardi B continuously making fun of fat folks, I don't know what to tell you. She made a video. She made like 5 videos, which I feel like, you know, even though, you know, some people might think that she's doing too much, that's her content. That's where her content circulates around.
Look, if this is what gets us to finally talk about artist merch and the lack of consideration for plus size fans, then so be it. Because the number of times that I have attended concerts and not been able to purchase a lick of merch is a problem. And it wasn't because they had sold out. It's because nobody considers plus size fans. And of course, access to plus size clothing is a problem everywhere. But it truly does baffle me, especially in music, because do you think plus size people don't listen to your songs? Like, do you really think you don't have plus size fans? And you know, it's not just merch. It's also like any clothing collabs that artists do. They never consider their plus size fans. Everything stops at an XL or an XXL, which is not a plus size. Go to Google before you comment something silly. But like, yeah, it's just a complete lack of consideration. And then when you do attempt to have a 3XL, which is also not a plus size, again, Google is free. And then you go and pair it with fatphobic comments like the ones Cardi B made. It's really just like, even when you think you're being considered, you're not. And all that said, it's not that hard to have plus size merch. And it's also not that hard to not be fatphobic.
Girl, shut the up. It's not that serious. What do you want me to do? Get on my knees and apologize? I'm not apologizing for a joke. That it wasn't even about you. What the fuck you got going on with yourself? How you feel about yourself, girl? Don't put that on me.
And Cardi B commented on one of those videos and said, girl, people make fun of my BBL every day. I was talking to my fans who was making fun of the same thing. Let's not take it that serious. Honestly speaking, I wasn't in that live, so I don't know whether Cardi is telling the truth. But from what we seen, we just saw, you know, people talking about the 3X sold out, and she was calling people fat and saying no more Chick-fil-A. Then she was saying stuff like, I can't even make fun of fat people no more. And the thing with Cardi B is like, Cardi B could have actually turned this into something way better than what she thought, but she doesn't think before she acts, and Cardi B just is very impulsive. So after she wrote that under one of Samaria's videos, Samaria basically went back and was like,
Cardi B, I'm very surprised that I have to remind you of this, but just because someone else makes a joke doesn't mean you have to make it too. You know that, right? And also, maybe the reason why people feel so comfortable making fun of your BBL is because you do not command the respect that you so seek. Maybe if you stop using fat people at the expense of jokes, then people wouldn't do the same for your BBL. No, they shouldn't be making fun of your BBL. But also, no, you shouldn't be making fun of fat people. And neither should they. But if you are going to sit here and still say it's not that serious and offer a cupcake in the camera to anybody who is so upset by it, well, I'm going to offer you a few books that I recommend. for you to understand why fat phobia is something so serious and something that should not be taken lightly and something that should not be joked about, especially by someone as powerful as you. You are powerful. You are talented. And I am happy that your 3XL merch sold out. I am happy that you now see that you have fat fans. But if you would like to keep those fat fans, please consider unlearning fat phobia and standing up for them instead of standing against them.
Us already getting big. Damn, we can never make big jokes no more because we big, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I made an open form joke with them because it's supposed to be funny. And, you know, this woman, she inserted herself in the joke. You know what I'm saying? So I did a video and I said, hey, this was not to hurt your feelings. This was a joke between me and my fans. This was a joke between me and my fans. I always make anybody the butt of the jokes. I make fun of everybody, like everybody. I don't care if you skinny. I don't care if you big. I don't care about nothing. Like, it's not that serious. And the video still wasn't good enough. I genuinely did my first video to tell you that I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. This was something between my fans that you inserted yourself in. That was genuine. If I say sorry, it's not going to be genuine. It's not going to be real because I didn't intend to insult you or insult anybody. Fat phobia, some people have body dysmorphia. There's a lot of people that have body dysmorphia. When I was a little girl, when I was young, I used to hate that I had a flat ass. And it used to depress me. It used to depress me that I had a flat ass. I couldn't have gotten this far. Maybe that's why your daughter shouldn't have made 6 videos about it. To the point that people start picking on me and trying to hurt my feelings. But I'm not going to let nobody hurt my feelings. I don't care. Evolving topic. If making fun of me make y'all feel better, if calling me all type of illiterate, all type of BBLs, all type of my butt, all type of this make y'all feel better, then go ahead, do that.
So after Samaria made that, Cardi B made a response video basically asking her, do you want a cookie? Let's keep it above. We know why Cardi said that. You know what I mean? So you further pushing the fat joke narrative. You're further pushing the fat phobic narrative. And to see people defend Cardi and say that Cardi is not fat phobic is crazy. This celebrity idol worshiping has to stop. Because even if y'all like Cardi B, even if y'all don't think that Cardi B did anything wrong, at the very least, y'all can all conclude that Cardi B is fat phobic. Is it not Cardi B who literally said that she would rather die on a procedure surgery table than look like one of these girls that was big, one of these fans that she was arguing with? And when I went to go look on that girl's page, that girl wasn't even that big. That's the crazy part. Like, she was big, but she wasn't even like, you know, there's different sizes to big. She looked like she was like in an extra large type of criteria. And she told that fan that she would rather die on a procedure table, basically getting another BBL and another lipo surgery done, that look like that fan. And y'all sitting up here telling me that Cardi B is not fat phobic? Number one. Number two, Cardi B has been saying fat phobic comments and saying fat phobic sayings for a while now. Cardi B is always calling somebody fat, always talking about someone's weight. Anytime I see Cardi B arguing with another fan on Twitter, if they are even remotely big, she will literally call them a fat hoe and all this stuff. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I'm not mad. I don't get mad at people calling me fat. I've been getting called fat since I was a kid. Baby, I came out of my mother's womb 9 pounds. But my thing is this, like, you guys know me, you guys know that, like, I have a lot of confidence within myself, you know? So a guy calling me fat or somebody calling me fat is not gonna really move me for real. But it might move my other counterparts. And that's what Samaria was trying to say. I can guarantee you 100%, Samaria did not give a damn about Cardi. Samaria didn't take what Cardi said personally. Number one, I'm pretty sure Samaria did not purchase Cardi B's clothes that she was selling. And number two, Cardi B was not talking directly to her. But because Samaria is an advocate for the plus size and the body positivity community, she has to let her voice be heard. Because my thing is this, had Samaria not said nothing, people would have been thinking that Samaria is bluffing about this advocacy for real. Because when you are an advocate, you have to go through scrutiny, you have to go through hardships, you have to go through the whole public hating you. Was it not Martin Luther King where a lot of the people hated them except for what? The black community. Anybody else was not fucking with them for real unless they were an ally. And it wasn't a lot of allies back then. And it's the same thing for the plus size community. And for the plus size people who are invalidating other plus size people's feelings, gets a grip. You guys are one of those people back then that Harriet Tubman would have left then when she was trying to escape from that plantation. You guys are tap dancers. There's one thing to say that you're not offended by it, but for you to talk mess about your same big counterparts and basically say stuff like, yeah, they take stuff too serious. I'm big and I didn't find it, like, y'all need to calm down. That is so insensitive, because you know, like, you're probably like me who have a lot of confidence, because you see, a lot of the thing is people think that big people don't have confidence, period. But there are a lot, it's like a split. What I begin to notice with the plus size community is that a lot of plus size people are either extremely confident or they're not confident at all. You know, it's never no middle ground with the plus size community. So I know there are a lot of plus size people that are very confident within their skin to where that shit didn't offend them. Like I said, the comment didn't offend me, but I would never go inside another plus size person's comment section and invalidate their feelings, because who knows if they have the type of confidence that I have to be able to understand that what Cardi said was a joke. Because like what Cardi said, she's right. We can make fun of her BBL. Because when my friend sent me the video when she first called them fat. And I said, man, she needs to shut that ant booty ass up. That's literally what I said, y'all. I wasn't mad or nothing. I said, man, she need to shut her little ant booty ass up. And we both bursted out laughing. And I was like, yeah, she gonna get hell for that. I knew it. I knew off rip that this situation was gonna blow up bigger than what it needed to blow up then. Because of the fact that Cardi B doesn't understand that she, at the end of the day, is a rapper, but she's also has a business. And when you have a business, you have to be professional. And this is what we talk about. The black community, and I know she's not black, she's Afro-Latina, but the black and the minority community, they do not know how to exude professionalism when they have their business. My thing is this, Cardi B could have really twisted this shit in a good narrative. When Samaria started making think pieces about Cardi B could have went in the comment section and said, Samaria, I'm being honest with you, it was a joke. I do understand, however, that joke offended some people, so therefore I am sorry. So in relation to me being sorry, I'm going to go ahead and expand the sizes of these clothings to 6X so more girls can purchase these items. And I'm going to hurry up and make sure that 2X and 3X is always restocked to the point where they never need to get sold out or anything like that. Boom, that's a money-making move. Would have had some people over there complaining. We would have still had some think pieces, but she would have drowned out the noise with that type of comeback. But no, Cardi B not thinking from a business mindset. The way Cardi B makes decisions always come from the heart. And sometimes you don't always have to think about stuff from the heart. You don't always have to make decisions from the heart. You got to protect your business. Your business is your brand. And it's going to be a lot of people riding for Cardi, because I've been seeing a lot of people defending her and stuff like that. But it's also, she had a lot of potential customers look at her sideways, and she even had some of the customers return their clothes back. It's a bad money business move. Whether you agree with Cardi, whether you don't agree with Cardi, we can all collectively say this was a bad business move on her end, and she could have embarked on this situation and made that money spread out longer. Like I said, she thinks too much with her heart, and that's why I said not everybody is fit enough to be a business owner. When you decide to go into the business industry, that's why a lot of people recommend you to actually go to business school if you do want to create a successful business, because a lot of people's businesses flop and fail not because they're not talented, not because they don't have the money, but because they're unprofessional as hell and they don't know how to make shit expand and move. Samaria put out a long statement basically saying that she was going to get off of social media, and I'm going to put it somewhere right here or right there. And, you know, a lot of people were, you know, being childish. They were, I guess in one of the videos, Samaria was pointing at Cardi like that. They were, you know, clipping the thing, just childish, you know, childish stuff. Gotta understand, even though Cardi B was wrong, because Cardi B's fan base is way much bigger, and because a lot of people have been getting tired of Samaria for a while, this was a perfect timing for everybody to jump on that hate bandwagon and attack the girl. She basically says that she's going to get off of social media because she cannot take it anymore. Maria's mom get on TikTok and basically makes a video defending her daughter and crying, and I felt so bad, y'all.
My daughter Samaria came from an event, and to see how being bullied and treated online really hurt me. I'm so sorry the world is so cruel. I love you. You are perfect to me. And you deserve a love and respect. Mommy loves you and I'm always going to be your biggest defender and your biggest protector.
I was like, it did not need to get to this level on Cardi B's end and even on Samaria's end, because I know for a given fact that just as much hate as Samaria is getting, I know Cardi B is getting a lot of hate too, because a lot of people were not messing with what she said and even doubling down on it. It was just like I said, this could have been drowned out so quickly. Like, this was a flame that could have been taken out so quickly. Cardi B was the one who had the opportunity to take it out. Because why? Because Cardi B made the comment. Because at the end of the day, like I said before, Samaria caught a stray because people don't like her, but people were talking about this situation even before Samaria opened up her mouth. So Cardi B could have drowned out that noise from the very beginning, but she chose to think with her heart and let her emotions get the best of her, to the point where she's now getting mad and stuff. And Cardi B says she's gonna get off of TikTok for her mental health. I'm like, you see, all of this could have been prevented. Like, this is so unnecessary. And honestly speaking, Cardi B knows that what she's doing is not right. She knows her frequently making fun of fat people is not right, because there was a time that she made a song with Lizzo and their song flopped, and people started attacking Lizzo and calling Lizzo fat and everything, and she got on the internet. And basically Lizzo got on the internet, I think, crying and getting mad because I guess Lizzo had her breaking point at one point. And one of the fans basically wrote to Lizzo on Twitter that the only reason why Lizzo is doing that is because she wants to garner sympathy from the fans to go and listen to her and Cardi's song more because their song flopped. And Cardi basically wrote to that fan a long message about how being fat phobic and being mean is not nice, and this and that, da da da, and our song is doing well, da da da. So I just know for a given fact that when it's time for you to defend something that has to do with you, you are able to identify that being fat phobic and saying mean fat jokes is not right? But how come you can't identify that within yourself? And I know for a given fact that Cardi B was playing. I know that she was not, you know, trying to actually hurt anybody's feelings. But at the end of the day, when you do things, you are bound to hurt someone's feelings. And when that person's feelings is hurt, regardless of whether you think you did anything wrong or not, you have to take it to, especially when you have a business, you have to be professional. Even if Cardi B wasn't sorry, if I was Cardi B, I would have got on that thing and been like, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm gonna expand the sizes, you know, to 6X, you know, I'm sorry about what I did. Bitch, I would have turned off that camera and said, man, shut y'all fat asses up, if I was Cardi B. You feel me? But it's like, you gotta be professional at all times when you have those type of businesses, and I don't understand why she don't understand that. As far as people getting Samaria off the internet, Samaria will be back. That girl graduated with a psychology degree from Harvard. You guys, I didn't even know that until recently. I was like, oh, this is a smart baby. Like, this girl is smart. And let me tell y'all something about that Samaria, for the people who feel a way about Samaria always having something to say. The reason why you guys feel a way about Samaria always having something to say is because Samaria's voice moved mountains, okay? A lot of people have been Samarias in the past. I have seen a lot of plus size TikTok advocators, and I do not see them get any hate like how Samaria gets hate. Why don't they get hate like how Samaria gets hate? Because they don't got that type of push and pull. They don't know how to tug on somebody's spirit for real like how Samaria do. Samaria tugs on a lot of people's spirit because a lot of people do not see fat people as real human beings. They see us as lose weight. Or a lot of people don't even want fat people to come out the house until we lose weight. You feel me? So, you know, I'm very proud of Samaria, and I don't know if she's going to see this. She probably not, but I would definitely be sending my condolences and telling her to keep going. Like, she could definitely take a break, you know, let this situation die down. But I hope this situation don't stop her. I hope it even makes her stronger. Because like I said, the shit only matters when it's your marginalized group. Because if Cardi B made a comment about fat, dark-skinned women, everybody will be up in the arms way like how they were when she did it. If she made a joke about black people, if she said that she no black, she Dominican, people will be in the arms way saying that she needs to stop saying the N-word and da-da-da. And that's what I'm saying. When it pertains to a certain demographic of people, everybody knows that it's wrong. But when it comes to another demographic of people that has nothing to do with it, or you're not fat, or you are fat and you don't think that it matters, that's when people get into, oh, it's not that deep, people are sensitive. And what we need to understand is that when you are a fat person in today's society, you will be oppressed. No matter what you guys believe, I would advise anybody who is calling my bluff, Gain 50 pounds and see how society gonna treat you. Gain 50 pounds and see how society gonna act like you don't exist and you don't matter. Do it and see what's gonna happen. And that's what I'm saying. When you are a fat person, you are naturally oppressed. And a lot of people don't like to believe that fat people can be oppressed, but we are oppressed naturally by society in everything that we do. Everything, okay? So just like how you guys like to advocate for the dark skin community, for the black community, for the Latino community, for the Asian community, is how we like to advocate for the plus size community, because it's still a form of oppression. You guys sit around and basically water down other people's things. It makes it easier for other people to water down your things. I.e., when white people say, I can say the N-word, it's not that deep, I got black friends. It's the same shit as when y'all sit around, and then even people went inside Samaria's comment section and was making more fat jokes. And I'm like, y'all proving her right. This is the reason as to why she was upset at Cardi B, because Cardi B is opening up a dam for her friends to be able to, for her fans to be able to talk mess about bigger people and say fat phobic jokes, and she's not stopping them. And my thing is, why are you talking shit about the people that's putting money in your pockets, in your kids' pockets? Like, that don't even make sense to me. Like, those type of, like, I'm confused. You know what I mean? It's equivalent to whatchamacallit, let's say Huda Beauty drop out of foundation, and let's say the darkest foundation is called Choco, right? Let's say that's the darkest shade. Let's say the darkest shades sell out in all the stores within a week. All the rest of the shades are like struggling to sell out. Huda Beauty be like, which one of y'all black bitches is buying Choco? Like, that hoe is sold out, da da da. Like, which one of y'all black hoes is buying Choco? Like, y'all hoes is dark. Y'all need to stay out the sun. I know it's summer, but stay out the sun. What are y'all gonna do then? Oh, that's different. That's different. No, the hell it's not. You guys, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this video. I know it's gonna be some people trying to argue with me in the comment section, but I said what I said. I'm not arguing about this, okay? Comprende?